Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for a random rant. And today's little rant is going to be, when you see somebody doing something, you have no idea why they're doing it, you might want to not judge them quite so quickly and try and shame them in the process. So I'm talking about just the other day, I was out for a little bike ride and I had my dog on a leash running next to me next to the bike. When I was riding, so he was running, and I had him tied to me instead of the bike, so that way if anything happened, he wouldn't get tangled up in the bike and that kind of good stuff. So it was actually our first day out trying such an ordeal, and at first we had a rough start. It took us about 3/4 of a mile to a mile to get going well, and then we were about probably, I don't know, 3.5, maybe 4 miles into our little run slash ride. And I had a group of people out in the parking lot doing some yard work and that. And as I was riding by, there was a lady who was hollering something at me, and I couldn't tell what she was saying. So I kind of leaned back, and she really was very adamant and very, had her arms in the air and whatnot in the process of yelling whatever it was at me. So I stopped, turned around, crossed traffic and stuff and that, which is not really a big deal, but there wasn't a lot of cars coming. Went back over there and hang, and basically found out that she was yelling at me, "Wow, how can you be so lazy to make your dog run while you're on the bike?" And I was like, "Really? You're going to judge me like that?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, but it's ridiculous. If you're gonna make the dog run, you should be running too." And I said, "Ma'am, I'm gonna assume you're probably part of this church group since you're doing yard work in your church. And I assume that since you're part of that church group, you will have been able to read the book. And I think there's somewhere in there it says something about thou shalt not judge." And she kind of got a little bit offended. And she says, "Well, I just hate seeing people who are so lazy to not do any exercise and make their dog do all the work. It's like your dog's pulling you." And I said, "Ma'am, I'd like to explain to you this. My dog is not pulling me. And if you notice the way it's set up, my dog could not pull me. It would not be safe for him to pull me. My dog and I are marathon runners. We run every single day for 541 days in a row until I was taken out of my running for roughly about a month. It's not been that long now. It's only been a couple weeks actually. And I had surgery, and I said, if you look down at my feet on these pedals, you will see," and I pointed, she looked down at my feet, and it was the first day I was out doing any real exercise at all besides barely walking around, and my feet, my toes were horrendously hideous looking still. She kind of went, "Oh, that's so gross." And I'm like, "That's why I'm not running. If I could be running, I would be running next to my dog. My dog and I run all the time, and this is the first day I've been able to get out of the house and do anything other than hobble around to the bathroom and out to doctor's appointments since my surgery. So you're sitting here judging me as if I'm some kind of lazy piece of crap when you have no idea of the story. And had I been able to run, I've been running with him. And when my 30 days is up, I will be running along with him again." And she then tried to backpedal and blah, blah, and whatever and stuff. And I said, "So how about next time, before you judge somebody and get so high up on your almighty horse and be looking down upon someone who's such a piece of crap for making their dog run next to them, you might take a moment and find out what's going on." The reason I'm out here right now, I don't even want to be out here. My legs hurt, my toes are insanely painful, but I'm choosing to fight through that pain so my dog will not want to go crazy, because he has tons of high energy and he needs to be out doing exercise, and normally that exercise is running beside me. But like I already pointed out, after my surgery, I'm unable to run. So I chose to, instead of yell at my dog for not being, laying down nicely, I chose to bring him out and exercise him. You can see in the background there, that is him right there. I chose to bring him out here and allow him to run while I do the best I can possibly do on this bike with my messed up feet. And she's like, "Oh, blah, blah." She starts trying to backpedal, starts trying to tell me how she didn't mean it and stuff. I said, "Really? Because you just told me how much you hate lazy people who are making their dog do all the work, and I'm out here suffering through severe pain." "Well, I'm not meaning you." I said, "Yes, you meant me 100%. You put this false premises, or I could call fear, false evidence appearing real, upon me when it had nothing to do with me at all." So it's one of those things, there's a tiny part of me wanted to just ride on by, and I probably should have, but damn, did it feel good to put that snobby ass church lady in her place. So she's up there being all high and mighty. It's funny because like 3 other people kind of came over to see what the heck was going on, and I think they kind of know the look on their face and the way they were on there. They were kind of enjoying the fact that I called her out, and they were also a little bit ashamed that this woman is representing their church. We're out there in the front of the public like that. So it was kind of an interesting thing, and I guess that's where it comes down to. This little random rant is, don't judge others if you don't know their story, and if you are going to be getting called out or judged, you have to decide what battles are worth taking and what battles are worth just throwing your hand up in the air and keeping on going. So I went ahead, and this one I was glad I went back. Gave me a little bit of break. Bruce was fine there and stuff, whatnot. And it was one of the things where I could have handled it much differently. I could have just told her to go piss off. I could have flipped her off, all kinds of things. But instead, I went back, chose to show her exactly the reason why I was out there on the bike and go from there. So I was pretty happy with the whole outcome. I don't know if she was or not, I have no idea. But I'm hoping it made her open her eyes up a little bit and maybe think about the fact that just because you see something at that moment, it may not be quite what you think it is. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or not tomorrow, it's a random rant. Who knows when I'll talk to you. Whenever I get ticked off about something. So anyway, that's all I got for now. Have yourself a wonderful and safe day. Thanks for watching.